ओम नमः हरि ओम नमः सर्वेभ्यः अद्वैतचिन्तनवर्गे सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ मौनव्याख्या प्रकटित परब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वर्षिष्ठान्तेव सदृशिगणैरावृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वडबिडविसमीपे भूमिभागे दिशन्नं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि। चित्रं वडतरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्न संशया निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्ताय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। चिदोद्घनाय महेशाय वडमूलनिवासिने सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यदा निद्रया यत्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्गुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यविमः योगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। नानाचिद्रगणोदरस्थितमहातीवप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुवादि एतत् समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाणि च विचलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्तजडोपमा स्वहमिति भ्रान्ता भृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्राक्स्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यप्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। So in the last class, what we saw is that refutation of the nihilism by the Buddhist. Rahugrasa Divakarendra Sarsho Maya Samachadana Sanmatra Karana Upasamharanataha Ya Bul Sushupta Puman. Now this part, the last third line is being explained. Prakswaptamidi prabodha samaye yapratyabhijnayate. Tatmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurthaye is what is being explained now. So Pratyabhijna is being what is being referred, is saying that in the Buddhist, for what purpose does the Buddhist observe woes and denying the existence Atman, is which is what we stopped in the last class. Now in this class onwards, Pratyabhijna is being explained. Pratyabhijna yadi bhrandihi bhojanadi kadam bhavet. Now the question is being asked. Pratyabhijna means recollection or recognition of a previous experience. Yadi, if at all, is bhranti, is an illusion. Bhojanadi kadam bhavet. Why should one eat or do such a thing? Because as per the Advaita, Pratyabhijna is the reason why we are connecting between the past and the present. So if the past is a bhranti, so why should the bhojanadi kadam bhavet? How can there will be a relationship between I had a food in the past, and now that has not even, that is again giving me rise to the hunger even now. So that is not a permanent solution. If that is such a thing, why should somebody do that? Ishta sadhanam evai etat annam gadadi na annavat idi nischitya balovi bhojanado pravartate. It's that, the ishtam sadhanam eva etat annam. This annam, etat annam, this food is ishta sadhanam, is desired by me. Gada dinat navat idi nischitya. Like yesterday, how it has helped me to overcome my hunger, idi nischitya, by deciding this, that yesterday it has helped me to quench my hunger or subside my hunger, so it has become a desired thing. Nischitya balobi bhojanado pravartade. So even those who are people not thinking about the past and the present and the connection between the past and present, they get attracted towards the bhojanado, means all the relationship between the past and the present is being based on a pratyabhijna, means recognition of what it did in the past. So now it is only the belief that today food will satisfy a carving of yesterday food, what it did yesterday. Even a child resort to eating. This would be impossible if one and the same individual were not the subject of the 2 days. Now here is the correlation between the pratyabhijna and the continuity of the consciousness. This is what it is, why it is being referred here. Even balobi, like even a person who doesn't think about it is also getting attracted towards such action, is because it is the same person who experienced whatever is in the past, is the same person who is being experienced now also. So therefore Atman's continuous existence is being established. Avakasha pradatru tvam eva tvam akashartha kriya yatha tathaiva artha kriya pumsaha kartrutva jnatritva. Avakasha pradatru means the purpose to give space for existence. it is avakasha means to afford the space or to give the, to allow the space. Akasha artha kriya yata. It is the purpose or utility of the akasha. To the utility of space is to give space for things to exist. Same way, tateva artha kriya pumsaha kartrutva jnatritvaadika. The Atman also has a purpose to be the cognizer or the doer of activity. So here this the utility of the pumsaha. Here this is referring to the individual who is having the consciousness of doership and the cognizership. So there is a purpose for that cognition of the past and the present and the doership of the past and present. Sushupti samaye api atma satyajnana sukhatmakaha sukham absorpsam iti evam pratyabhinyayate yata. Now this is the word where we have to do a lot of thinking about it. Sushupti samaye api atma, in the sushupti, in the deep sleep samaye, in the deep sleep time, even at that time, atma satyajnana sukhatmaka. The nature of atma or the consciousness is satyajnana sukha, satchidananda atmaka is the nature of the atma even in the deep sleep. Sukham absorpsam iti evam pratyabhinyayate yata. When he wakes up, he says sukham absorpsam iti, I slept well, I had a good sleep. This recognition that I had a good sleep is by said the same person who is there in the waking and who is there also there in the deep sleep. Now only if the common person was there in the deep sleep and in waking, only such a person can recollect or recognize that he had a good sleep. Even during the Sushupti, Atman is endued with the being of consciousness and bliss. Because of the self-identity, recognize that I slept happy is a consciousness of the person who, or the awareness, consciousness which was present even in the deep sleep is the same consciousness which is there in the waking. Now, there is that, this is where the Buddhists do not say that, there is a consistent Atma, because they say that each state is not connected with the other one. So, but Advaita says that no, it's a pratyabhijna is there. Because of that, we can say it is the same entity which is there even when in the deep sleep. He is the same individual who is in the waking. It is the same individual who is in the dream also. So it is the one and same, only one entity is there who goes through the experiences of dream, waking and deep sleep. Pratyabhijnayata iti prayogaha karma kartari atma swayam prakashavat swayam prakashatvat janati atmana atmana. Now here is this is a pratyabhijnayata iti prayoga. The usage that I am recognizing, Atman is being recognized, that I know I had a good sleep, is a type of usage, language uses. In the English it is said reflexive passive voice, but in Sanskrit it's called karma kartari. Atma swayam prakashatvad, it is self-effulgent in nature. It is knowing itself. The knowing itself cannot be seen as a two activity by itself, because knowing is not as knowing an object. Here knowing is being aware of oneself, where the awareness is self-effulgent in nature. Janati, I know, I am knowing that I had a good sleep. Is the recognition with which I say that Atma janati. How? Atmanam atmana. One knows himself by himself. This is the reason why pratyabhijna prayoga is used in the case of prabodha samaye pratyabhijnayate is the word which is there in the Stotra. So that we should understand that usage is mainly to bring into the idea that in the deep sleep, in the absence of anything other than itself, it was knowing itself. Atmanam atmana janati. So the one is, the self is knowing itself, and it was present there with the knowledge of nothing other than itself. Therefore, it is the same consciousness or Atma which is there in the deep sleep, which when waking, prabodha samaye, when it wakes up, which says that I had a good sleep. So there are no two separate consciousness which is there in the deep sleep or in the waking. This is why the word pratyabhijna is used in that particular usage. Sushuptau mayaya mudha jadonda idi lakshyate aprakashataya bhadi swaprakashata syapi cha. Deluded as if by Maya in the Sushupti, he then appears to as inert and unconscious. He shines as non-luminous and self-luminous. Shines as non-luminous and self-luminous. Now, this is that example which I told, in the space, if only the sun is there, no other object for the sunlight to fall upon and shine it, there will be only darkness, because there is no reflective surface or nothing which is being enlightened by the sunlight. So it is non-luminous, you can say, because there is nothing to illumine. But it is not darkness in the total sense, because it is self-luminous. The sun will be still shining. Same is the situation in our deep sleep. Our consciousness is there to know anything. It is full awareness and full consciousness without any covering or any ignorance or anything like that. But there was no anyada grahanam. That means there is nothing other than that to be grasped or apprehended or comprehended. Therefore, there is no knowledge, because of in the darkness there is no object. Therefore, doesn't mean that darkness has absence of thing. Only thing is that it is not able to shine. It is not able to. We are not able to know about it. But we know that we are there in the darkness. In the pitch darkness, nobody need to tell us that we are there in the darkness. We do not know anything other than us in that pitch darkness, whether it is in open space, out in the sky, or in a room. Doesn't matter. As long as we do not comprehend anything other than us, it is called non-luminous. But we are aware that we exist. I am there is a knowledge which doesn't need any external illumination or external prop to know our existence. So that is why atmanam atmana janati iti. So this is why that is the same in the, as if mayaya muta is as if covered by the darkness, and it is not really the maya is there. It is as if it is covered by maya. Jadatmani cha dehadau sakshadisho vivityate. Jadatmani cha dehadau. In the like the physical body and other upadhis which are unconscious in themselves, he is clearly distinguished as their Lord. Now he means here the Atma, Ishaha, Sakshad Ishaha, Jada and Dehadi. Even there, even in the deep sleep, There is no knowledge of our body existing there or anything else existing, not even existence of the self or the individuality. So there is no way it is shining on anything. But when we wake up, what is being seen as deham, like the body and the world outside, is again being illumined by the very same Atma which was there in the deep sleep as non-luminous and self-luminous. It was because the objects which are there supposed to be apprehended through the sense organs were not present. We did not know the existence of those objects, and it was not being apprehended. But the awareness which is supposed to be luminous and able to comprehend was still present there. Only thing is the link between that consciousness and the world outside was disconnected due to the absence of the mind and the sense organs, which are not being even their existence was not even recognized by in the deep sleep. So this is the difference where therefore one should understand that the suprakashata of Atma is the most important aspect. You don't need anything else to tell that you are. You are is an experience, or I am is an experience for each one of us all the time. There is never a moment in our life when we do not know that I am. Even when the sleep, the I may not be known, but I am is present there. That's why when we wake up, we say I had a good sleep. To know that is the time, because there the instruments of expression of word and sound and mind and other sense organs were not functioning. Therefore, we didn't express it. But the knowledge that I am is still there. That is why when we wake up, we are able to say that I had a good sleep, I knew nothing. Esha eva mohini nama maya shaktir maheshitu. This is indeed the mohini maya, is the deluding maya or the deluding power of Shakti, Maya Shakti, Maheshituhu, of the Lord. That delusion or that covering nature of existence other than itself is the power of the self itself, the consciousness itself, because it has disassociated itself with the existence of everything. Because when Maya, when the appearances are projected by the Maya, the world starts appearing. Nana Chidra Gadodarastada Deepa Prabhabhasaram, that Stotram, we should remember that. When the consciousness percolates through the sense organs and the world outside is comprehended, actually what is happening is, it is the same consciousness which is pervading everywhere and appearing as the Maya, as a world of objects. The world of objects are not separate entity. They are mere appearances in the consciousness only. And that is why we are having that experience of the world outside through the sense organs. And when we look through the sense organs, we create the separation between the observer and the observed. But if you look at that, the awareness in which the individual is existing, the awareness of the sense organs, the awareness of the existence of the objects, there is never a spot where the awareness is not there. So that is the Shakti of the Maya, which is creating the moha or the delusion. Mohapoha pramatrinam moksha ityavidiyate. Removal of this illusion from the cognizer is spoken as moksha. Now, what is the moksha, or how do we get realization, is to separate out the self-illumining nature of consciousness and the illusion which has been created by the same consciousness. Now when we have the duality as an appearance, we are in the delusion. But when we know the reality, the delusion, even the appearances are there, they do not delude us anymore, or they are no more a mystery for us. So maya, moha poha. Moha poha means to removal of the moha or the delusion. Now how is this possible? Only when we know the true nature of Atma. Atma's true nature only is possible to eradicate this delusion, because it is in the nature of Atma itself when the delusion is appearing. So it is important that for us to know the nature of Atma, in which the appearance, that means the nature of this consciousness or the nature of the substratum, is to be knowing that nature is the most important aspect. Avastatraya vinirmuktah doshadibihi ranavilah. Like avastatraya vinirmukta. Now what are the avastatrayam? Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, waker, dreamer, and the deep sleep. Nirmukta means released from the identification of the waker, dreamer, and the deep sleep. These three states, detached from them, doshadibihi anavilah. By dosha means tainted or contaminated by no evil passion or thought. There is no doubt on the reality of the individual or the consciousness or the self in the nature of Atma. That is the doshadi vinirmukta. So we are going to detach ourselves from the association of the waker, dream, and the deep sleep. Also, the three type of impediments which can create us in for creating this association with the three bodies is by ajnana samshaya ajnana samshaya viparya. That is, when we have the ignorance that we do not know that we are a conscious being. Samshaya is when you have a doubt that whether I am the Atma, and how the world is not separate. It is separate. I am experiences are separate. The utility is there separate. So there cannot be the both cannot be one and the same. This is the doubt which we can arise. Viparyaya is when we are considering that mind as the Atma. So the knowing entity, when it is being used by the body, the mind and the intellect is knowing everything. We think that knowing entity, which is the mind and the intellect, is the Atma. So these three is to be what is being referred here as avastatra vinirmukta doshadivira vila. Now I am reminded of that Chandogya Upanishad, not Chandogya Upanishad, Svedasudara Upanishad mantra. Trishudamasu yad bhogyam bhokta bhogascha yad bhavet tebhyo vilakshana sakshi chinmatroham sadashivam. That is Trishudamasu, avastatrayam. That is Trishudamasu means three states of existences. That is waker, dreamer, and deep sleeper. Trishudamasu yad bhogyam bhokta bhogascha. In each one of them, there is the subject, object, and the cognizer. So the waker has got a waker individual, the waking world is the object, and knowing or the perceiving the waking world is the interaction between them. So there are three: waker, the subject, the object, and the knowledge of subject knowing the object. Same is the case in the dream. In the dream also there is a dreamer is there, the dream world is there, the knowing of the dream world or the experiencing of the perceiving the dream world is the three there. Same is the case in the deep sleep. The deep sleeper is there, the absence of both waking and dream is perceived as a nothingness in the deep sleep, and that knowing that I had a sukham, or I had the happiness or without any disturbances or any of the waking or the dream affecting me, in that absence of the knowledge of the objects is also a knowledge. So in all the three states we have the three in there. That is why Trishudamasu yadbhogyam bhokta bhogascha bhavet. So in all the three we have the totally 3 into 3 into 3 9 situations. Tebhyo vilakshana sakshi. Apart from that, or vilakshana, without any of the lakshana of the any of the three in each of the three states, sakshi is the witness, because I am the one who knows I had a waking, I am the one who knows I have a dream, I am the one who knew I had a good sleep, I knew nothing. So all the three are known to me, therefore I am the witness to the three changing events in my experiences. Tebhyo vilakshana sakshi. And that one is that, what is the nature of it? Chinmatroham sadashivam. That is the pure awareness without even the individuality is there. You cannot say I am the one who, because the I with the body identification only you can say I am the one, which is waker, dreamer and deep sleep. But in the deep sleep we didn't have even the knowledge of the individual body. So the third one, where the deep sleep is that state is there without even body, means I have a existence without the body, also identification with the body. So if I have in one state, I have to consider that is the substratum or the base, which is my nature in the vilakshana sakshi. Chid matram. There also I was in the nature of awareness only. Sadashivam is the pure consciousness all the time. Now the examples are being given is that ishika iva sanmatro nyagrado ka kanikopama bahya brahmadalonmukta kadali kanda samannibha. So three examples are being given. Ishika iva sanmatra. This one existence, it is like the ishika reed. It means there is a grass with a stem in it. So it not today we don't see this particular grass and the ishika reed. The best way to know is that onion. In the onion there is no onion peel and the onion bulb are not two separate. That if you keep removing the onion peel, there at the end of it there is nothing is left. Even the last one is a peel like thing. So where you say that the grass itself is the stem, same way here in the onion itself, the peels are itself is the reason why the onion is appearing as onion. Or like a banyan seed, the size comparison between the seed of a banyan and the tree of the banyan tree is huge and gigantic in nature. But if you look at the seed and break one fruit of banyan tree, you will see hundreds and thousands of small grains, much smaller than that of mustard seeds inside, embedded into the one fruit of the banyan fruit. Each one is a potential tree. So from such a subtle nature, a minute nature, a gross huge tree can come up. Same is the way from this, from the subtle Atma, the world is being projected. This example is used in the Chandogya Upanishad for the Tattvamasi explanation for Uddalaka and Shvetaketu. And the other example is being mentioned is the plantain and the trunk. That the trunk of a banana tree, if you keep peeling it out, there is a one inner sheet in it. So these are all the way in which they say that to mention that you have to look inward to know the reality of yourself and then establish what is the Atma's nature. So when you do that, you will come to the state of Niramsho Nirvikarascha Nirabhaso Niranjana Purusha Kevala Purna Prochede Parameshwara. Niramsho, without any amsha, means in parts. Nirvikaraha means there is no formation in the changeless. Vikara means change. Nirvikara means changeless. Nirabhaso, abhasa means to manifest. Nirabhaso means unmanifested. So there is no way it is changing itself to become something else other than that. Nirabhasa. Niranjana means there is nothing other than that to contain or contaminate it. So Niranjana. Purusha Kevala Purnaha. It is a Kevala Purusha. That it is that full and only one Purusha, and he is Parochade Parameshwara. He is also called Parameshwara. The Atma and Parameshwara, Paramatma, are the same, one and the same, is what is being mentioned here. Vacho yatra nivartande, mano yatra viliyate, eki bhavanti yatraiva bhutani bhuvanani cha, samastani cha tattvani samudre sindavo yata, kah shokas tatra ko moha ekatvam anubhasyata. Nai yato vacho nivartande aprapya manasa saha is the Upanishad that is being reflected here in the 28th sloka. Vacho yatra nivartante, mano yatra viliyate. Where the words fail to describe it, mano yatra viliyate, the mind becomes no mind. Viliyate means to merge or to become no mind. Egi bhavanti becomes one with that awareness. Yatraiva bhutani bhuvanani cha. In that only the creation and the world of creation are existing. Samastani cha tattvani. All the tattvas, all type of reality. Samudre sindavo yata. Just like the rivers dissolve themselves in the samudra, in the ocean, all the realities, which is a reality of waking, reality of dream, reality of deep sleep, they all dissolve in that reality. Kashokaha, for whom there is sadness, tatra means in that state where there is oneness, ekatvam anubhasyata, where is only one reality in that. Tatra ko moha ko shoka, is the way in it. This is in the Ishavasya Upanishad. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmeva bhut vijanatah tatra ko moha ka shoka ekatvam anupashyata. Is the 7th mantra of the Ishavasya is what is being referred here in this one. In such a state where that everything becomes one, everything is dissolved into one state of awareness. For whom is the sad sorrow? For whom is the delusion? Or there is only one. Ekatvam anupashyatah. So this is exactly what is being referred in the Taittiriya Upanishad also. Asanne sava bhavati asad brahmeti chet asti brahmeti chet veda santamo tatto viduriti. Like that, the whole thing is that being referred here. So in this also it is that tat satyam ityachakshate, that is the truth which is being seen. Satyam nandritam cha. So in that, he is saying that where niruktam aniruktam, nilayanam anilayanam, vijnanam avijnanam, satyam anritam, sarvam satyam abhavat. Everything becomes that reality, because they are not separate from that reality. Therefore it is only one which is being referred here. So the same thing in the Chandogya Upanishad, Narada is also being told by Sanat Kumara, Yovai Bhuma Tat Sugam, Na Alpe Sugamasti, Bhumaiva Sugam, Bhuma Tueva Vijitnyasaswa, Iti Bhumanam Bhagavo Vijnasam Iti. And Yatrana Anya Pashyati, Anya Shrunoti, Anya Vijanati, Sabhuma. So, what is that? There is ekatvam, means that state in which everything is seen in one substratum, sarvam khalu idam brahma state, or sarvam atmaiva bhut, everything it becomes atma. This is the nature of atma swarupa. This is the nature in which atma has to be understood. In only that state where the tatra ko moha ko shoka, only after realizing that you can be out of the delusions of moha and shoka, or the happiness and sorrow which is being superimposed on the body, being associated that I am happy, I am sorrow, and all those type of delusions which are being referred to. Vachya vachaka rupatvat savikalpodi sannayam dehadinam vyapohena sambhavon nirvikalpakam. So vachya vachaka rupatvat, the designations and designated, or the names defined and the definitions. Savikalpobi sannatrayam, by the elimination of the dehadinam vyapohena, when the body etc. is being eliminated by savikalpa, that is the method in which we have seen, no, the pot is nothing but mud. So the name vachya is as a pot, and vachakam is the meaning is the reality which we feel that pot is independent, is being dissolved when we know that mrit is the only truth, the mud is the only reality, pot is an appearance of the mud in the particular name and form. Therefore mud is not separate from the pot is not separate from the mud. Same way dehati, all these deha, mana, indriya, buddhi, all of them are nothing but it is the same awareness appearing as the mind, intellect and the body for the purpose of, for the usage in which we use the body. It is our own creation of our own body and the indriyas. So the creation is a creation of the awareness from the point of view of awareness. Sambhave nirvikalpakam. When this is understood, you can transcend beyond the limitations which we bring into our identification with the body. Only when we shift ourselves from the body to the one who knows that, avastatraya sakshi, which is going through the knowledge of existence, who knew the waking, who knew the dream, who knew the deep sleep, but separate from each one of them, because when they are objects of my knowledge, I am not the objects of my knowledge. That release, nirvikalpakam, when that separation takes place, dehadinam vyapoha takes place. So the waking world, when the world body is dissolved in the awareness, the dream world and the dream body is dissolved in the awareness. Same is the deep sleep also. When this is sambhaven nirvikal, when this happens, we are in a state of undifferentiated pure awareness. Asanneva bhaved vidwan sad brahmeti veda chet asti brahmeti chet ved santamot and tata vidu, which I showed you now, Taitriya. The quite non-existent shall the man of knowledge be, if he should know that Brahman is not. If he should know that Brahman is, then they say he is, which means a person who says there is no Brahma, he himself is saying that he is as good as saying that I don't exist, because what he is in reality Brahman only. So when he is saying that it is like the Vyakhyata dosha which is being mentioned, as Vyakhyata dosha means a person telling that I don't have tongue. To tell that I don't have tongue, he uses his tongue. It is the same way a person says there is no Brahman or no Atma, no awareness. Is a person is as good as fooling himself. But if he is the one who knows that, he is not different from the Brahman, because he knows that is his name, that is what he is in reality. He is in the name of awareness. Iti Dakshinamurthy Stotrartaka Pratipadake Prabodhay Prabhante Manasollasa Shashtollasa Sangraha. Now this is with this the sixth stotra has been completed by the Manasollasa Vartika, and goes to the next seventh mantra. Should we stop here for question answer, or should we do this in the next class? You're able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm good just moving forward, but I don't have any questions, Binduji.
Okay. So I think then we'll stop here. We'll take this stotra from the seventh stotra from the next class, so that others who are missing today, I think it is due to the Navaratri festival and now people are not able to come today. So next Tuesday we won't allow class because it will be Navami. So next Tuesday we won't have the class for Dakshinamurthy Stotram. We will have the week after that. Okay?
Astu Mahoday.
Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.